Hello peeps, what's up? So, 2:41 a.m. I went to bed too early, but let's talk a little bit because do you guys remember when they said Trump saying that he's going to Venezuela to fight against the drug problem in America? You guys remember when I said that doesn't make any sense because if you have a problem in your backyard, you don't go to someone else's yard to fix it. You fix it from your backyard, and America definitely has a drug epidemic problem, and they could start helping people by starting mass rehabilitation program. No, fast forward to the present moment when we all can see that he wasn't going there to fight drugs. And I think that most people knew that. Not everyone knew it because when I said it, a lot of people were like, no, drug problem is actually a problem and that's what he's going to do. No, I'm going to tell you something else. So the United States has seized an oil ship that Russia got from Venezuela. It was on its way to Russia. It had the Russian flag. It was being guided by, I think, 2 to 3 submarines. But Donald Trump sees it and he is aware that it belongs to Russia. No, this is the thing with Russia. Russia doesn't allow anyone to... alright, so think of Putin as a principal, right? He's very strict. If there's an agreement and you go back on the agreement, he's going to take action. If you're a bully and you're bullying people and once that comes into his territory, he's going to take action. The thing with Putin is that when Putin takes action and when he starts, he's not going to stop until he gets rid of who he sees as enemies. Something has to go, like there has to be some kind of divine intervention for him to stop. And it's not just Putin, it's just the Russians' way. The Russian army, they will get rid of themselves to get rid of their enemies and to prove a point. And the thing is, what Trump did in Venezuela is it will not go unpunished. It's not going to go unpunished. And the sad part about it is that is what is going to bring war to the Caribbean. And if Russia is coming, Korea is going to come, Japan is going to come, China is going to come. And Japan and China, they're not friends. Korea and Japan and China, not friends, but they all have one thing in common. They all are tired of the United States and the way in which America goes to other country, kills, steals, and destroys. That has been the American way, not the Americas. So let me correct that. Not the Americas, but that has always been the American way. And a lot of countries are fed up and tired of them. So I hate this for the Caribbean. I hate this for the Caribbean. And another thing about Russia, when they start warring, they just start letting go missiles and they start going all different directions that they're not supposed to go to. That's the thing. And then these predictions. There was a guy on here from Africa maybe 2 years ago on TikTok, to be specific, because I make crosses over to YouTube too. The guy on TikTok says, I think it was about 2 years ago, a bomb is going to drop in Jamaica. It was just a short clip that I came across. No, I'll say this, because sometimes I doubt these prophecies, but when you see some things slowly unfolding, you have to say, what are the possibilities? And the reality is the Caribbean doesn't have an army. Jamaica doesn't have an army. We have one. We have the Jamaica Defense Force. It's a defense force. It's not an army. The Caribbean put together cannot go up against the United States. Right? And the thing is that Jamaica is protected under England when it comes to threats of warfare. We're covered under England, India, I think China too, and I think, we're covered by England, India, when it comes to if there should be a war, who is gonna help and step in to defend us. And the last thing I was reading in my research, I saw, we know England automatically, but England and America, they do not go to war together. They do not war against each other. They war together. But not even England is on board with this one. Well, the thing with England is they're not going to sit aside and watch America lose a war. They're sisters and brothers. They're not going to do that. They're not going to sit aside and watch America lose a war. And the thing is that America is officially owned by Israel. Israel is not going to sit aside and watch America lose a war. So this is good. This is not looking good. No matter how you put it, Trump is a threat to humanity, and he has officially started World War III. He has. Everything that was going on before could have been handled, but Trump has officially started World War III. And the Bible tells us that in the heights of World War III, that is when we're going to have this man coming in, and we're going to believe that it's the return of Jesus Christ. And this man is going to come and he's going to raise the dead. He's going to heal the sick. But that will be the Antichrist. And we all should be reading our Bibles no more than ever to look for these things. The Bible is like our guidebook. It doesn't matter which or what religion you are, because when the Antichrist comes, we're all going to have to pull together to resist it. And when it comes, before they do the full unleash, they're going to target every top pastors, celebrities, content creators to make it acceptable to the masses. So you see, for example, in Jamaica, when people saying the NIDS ID is the Antichrist, oh no, honey. Oh no. When that ID comes, the ID is going to be an ID where if you don't take it, you won't get medical care, you won't be able to buy food, you won't be able to get a job, you won't be able to go to school, your kids won't be able to go to school. So the NIDS ID is, as a matter of fact, the NIDS concept has been around maybe from the 78, somewhere there. The NIDS ID is not the Antichrist. When the Antichrist is coming, it's going to be so impressive. You're going to want to hug it up. Remember not to hug it up. And they're going to start censoring a lot of things. You see the censorship starts. And a lot of things where you can't say certain words on social media. Yeah. And AI. We don't even see AI as it. We don't even see it. If you read the Bible is going to describe, the Bible describes the last days of how to identify the Antichrist. We haven't seen anything yet when it comes to technology. Trust and believe. We haven't.